Yo, what is up? Today we're going to talk about something very important, which is mindset. And mindset is something like a term that's very cringe sometimes, very cliche because everyone likes to talk about mindset. And in my opinion, the only thing that will really get you from point A to point B is like actually just putting in the work. But to put in the work every day, you need to have the right mindset. Some people they get depressed, they have burnout, they have all this random shit. But if you have the right mindset, you will never burn out. You will never feel shit. You will wake up every day, feel motivated, feel disciplined. That's the most important part is just being disciplined to do something you don't want to do. And you have to do it, so you just do it anyway. Obviously everyone has like a bad day, but the thing is, if you have monthly expenses, if you have people you have to look out for, all this shit, then it doesn't really matter if you have a bad day. You just have to get it done because if someone else has to suffer because you don't feel like doing something, then you're probably gonna have an even shittier day. So yeah, pretty much have the right mindset is about being disciplined enough to do shit that you don't want to do. And doing shit that you don't want to do is usually what gets you from point A to point B. So what's one thing, in my opinion, that's very important about mindset is working out. So I will not do business with someone that doesn't work out. I will never do business with a fat guy because doing business with fat people only mean that they're not disciplined enough to get their ass in the gym or to diet. Like, how hard is it to just not pick up the fucking Snickers bar and not eat it? It's not that hard. Or like choosing to, instead of eating ice cream, just eat something else or don't eat it all. Like, it's not that hard. And if you don't really have the discipline to do that, then you probably don't have the discipline to like survive in business. Obviously, there are fat businessmen and yeah, other stuff. But still, I would rather work with someone that goes to the gym every day because I know this guy is disciplined enough to put in the work, to have the results. Something about successful people is usually they look jacked, like the successful people I know. And when I see someone that's very like muscular or is like has a good physique, I usually think I'd rather work with this guy because I know this guy cares about his body, he cares about himself, and people that care about themselves speak highly about themselves, have confidence, and that's something that gets you through life very, very well, always, if you're confident enough to do anything. And where am I going with this? So pretty much, I don't know. I just think it has something very, very important. It's a very important factor when doing business is speaking highly of yourself. When you say, well, our goal is to do $10,000 this week, but we might not succeed, or I don't know if it's going to happen, that's the wrong mindset. You should be saying, I will make $10,000 this week, guaranteed, and if not, I'm fucking gay. That's how you get from point A to point B. You speak it into reality. You have to be confident about what you say. You have to actually mean what you say. That's something really important is if you don't mean it, don't even say it. Rather just shut up and don't say anything about it if you don't really mean anything. So what I notice is, like, I don't know, maybe a year ago or something, maybe even half a year ago, I was saying shit like, oh, I want to do this and this. And then I kind of realized, like, lately, like, I've been saying shit like, oh, I want to do this and this, and then I didn't follow through. So now I kind of thought to myself, well, if I'm just saying it, then I'm just lying to myself. So why would I even say it? I'll just do it. I won't say it to anyone. I just rather do it, and people will know if I say something, I actually mean it. So another thing is speaking highly about yourself is also thinking highly about yourself. It's about if you tell yourself you're going to do something, you need to do it. And now imagine this. If you're a boss, I mean, I've never been employed in my life. I've only done like self-employment shit, ran stores, did crypto, did all that shit, but I've never worked a 9 to 5 ever. The only thing I did was like an internship that we had to do when like in Germany, because I went to German school. You had to do an internship in the ninth grade, and then I just did it at like some parents' house, some parents' store, and yeah, pretty much that's the only time I've been like bossed around. It's like someone telling me what to do. But if your boss says do this, then you're gonna do it because you're thinking, oh fuck, if I don't do it, he's probably gonna fire me, or I'm gonna get in trouble. But if you tell yourself, I need to do this, and you don't do it, it's because you don't respect yourself enough to actually do it. So you need to start valuing yourself. And this sounds very super cliche, super cringe, but you need to value yourself very highly so that if you say, I need to do this, for example, I need to run at least 100 ads today, or I need to go to the gym today, I need to hit chest today or something, that you actually do it, and that you don't think like, yeah, I said I was gonna do it, but I kind of feel like laying down. I'm pretty tired, so yeah, I'll just do it tomorrow. Like, no, that's not what you should do. Like, if you think that way, then don't even like say it at all. Don't even think it at all. Just accept that you're lazy. And yeah, that's why I like I said before, I like working with people that go to the gym or people that have anything to do with sports, because they do it even though they don't like doing it. Like, I know a lot of people, they like doing sports, but honestly nobody likes to get out of bed, go work out, whatever they're doing, gym, running, boxing, whatever it may be. They don't like doing it on a tired day. I guarantee nobody likes doing it. So that's why I like working with these people, because I don't like running 100 ads a day, but if I work with someone that does that, I know they're going to do it, because they know if you run 100 ads a day, we're going to make more money. So let's do it, get it out of the way, instead of crying and bitching about it. Yeah, that's a very important aspect about discipline, about motivation, and about actually getting shit done. All right, so what's the next thing about mindset? Because in business, you will fail. There's like a 0% chance that you're not going to fail. And you may fail once, you may fail like 10 times, you may fail like 100 times, but if you just keep going, you're going to win eventually, because firstly, you gather a lot of wisdom, and secondly, I mean, this comes from wisdom also, but you figure stuff out that you did wrong in the first time, or second, third, fourth, whatever, and then you just perfect it along the way, you know? So this may apply to you if you're running dropshipping products or running e-com stores, whatever. You test a product, it doesn't work, you leave it, you test another product, doesn't work. What you shouldn't be doing is testing products and not learning from it, not trying to, like, what I see most people do is, like, if they ask me, oh, can I book a consulting call with you? Can you help me with my ads or whatever? And then they say, like, we did this, and nothing worked. And I say, like, do you know why it didn't work? Like, did you ever ask yourself why it didn't work? And then they see, like, whatever did work, and they're like, did you ever ask yourself why this did work? Like, did you even stop to think about why this is even working in the first place? And that's something that most people don't do. They just like test and test and test. They just do a lot of stuff, and then something, like, they throw a lot of stuff against the wall, something sticks, and then they just continue from there. But they don't really know why it worked, you know? They don't really understand why it's stuck against the wall and all these stuff. So that's something very interesting, in my opinion, that you should figure out, is if you're doing something, you need to know why it worked. And then you will understand how to continue from there. Because if you threw 100 stores against the wall, or like you tested 100 stores and the 101st store worked, and you run it, the product dies, and then you do the 102nd store, one store after that, and it doesn't work, even though you thought, okay, I got the hang of this on the 101st time, I should do it again the 102nd time, it doesn't work. It's because you don't know why it worked one step before. So yeah, the other thing is, like I said, you will fail. I guarantee you will fail, because everyone fails. And failing is only about, I think, like Rocky said, it's not about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and get up after that. So that's very important. If you can fail and then realize, okay, this is just a learning process. If I learn from this, then I haven't failed. I've just learned from it. A lot of people, I get a lot of messages a day, like, or now not anymore, but like a couple months ago, when I used to post actively on TikTok and Instagram, is people saying, like, oh, I tried this, and I didn't succeed, so yeah, I stopped doing it, and now I'm going to university. Like, bro, you were like this, you only needed this much more, and you probably would have succeeded, and then you didn't have to go to university, you didn't have to slave away and probably work a shit job at like some kiosk or something. So just continue, because if you really think about it, what's the option? Like if you're 20 years old right now, like I'm 22, and like last year I made my first million, and if you're 20, like around 20, 18 to 20, or like even up to like 28 or whatever, um, you don't have kids, you don't have a girlfriend, or even if you do have a girlfriend, it doesn't matter. But like, what do you have to lose? It's not like you're gonna go into generational debt or something. You're just gonna fail. You're gonna lose a bit of money. Who cares? You can just get a job, make that money back. It's not like the end of the world. The only thing you shouldn't do is borrow money, because then you get into debt, and then you just like it's gonna be even harder. You're gonna have people that hate on you because you went into debt. So don't get into debt from family. Don't get into debt from friends. Just work a job, save some money. And a lot of people are like, oh fuck, man, I'm already 20 years old, and I haven't made my million, and this other guy's already doing it, and blah blah blah. Like, bro, just take it easy. It's not like you're like, we all have limited time, but if you start succeeding at 25, it doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter at all. Just continue learning and learning and learning. Maybe some little kid that's like 14 years old will figure out dropshipping better than you, because he understands the fucking TikTok algorithm better than you do, and he'll make his first million by 15, and maybe you're sitting there thinking like, how the fuck is he doing this? He's 15, I'm 22, why am I doing this? But bro, it's a learning curve. Even if it takes you 5 more years and you're 27, if you learn more, you will outcompete everyone, because you didn't get lucky, because you actually learned the skill. So dropshipping and e-commerce is a lot more of a skill than luck. Like for any other business, like I would say like a lot of other businesses are purely luck. E-com is actual skill. You have to understand marketing. You have to understand all these random shit like awareness stages, how to create offers, how to do like all these stuff. And it takes time. You're not gonna, like, unless you're like a fucking marketing genius, you're not gonna hit like your first 6-figure month like I did, in your first month. So bro, just relax, continue, and yeah. All right, so another thing is people will call you names. They will tell you, this is like the third chapter of this video, I guess. Your friends are gonna hate you, all these random stuff. Like this has all happened to me, where you show some success and genuinely, people want to see you succeed, but they don't want to see you succeed more than them. And it's not always they say like, oh yeah, you think you're the shit or something. It's mostly like very passive. So it will be like, I don't know, I went to this conference, and then like my buddy, like my business partner, posts like a selfie of us being in the conference or whatever, and then someone will say like, bro thinks they're businessmen or something. It's like shut the fuck up, bro. I obviously am, and you're not. And you know, it will be just random stuff, or it will be very passive aggressive, and you just kind of have to ignore it, because there will always be people that they look at your life. If I would look like my business partner and me, we do the most random shit. We fly to Dubai, fly to Thailand, do all this random shit, send in like stories, like all this stupid stuff. You would see this and you would think this guy is on vacation since he was fucking 20, like since like 3 to 4 years. Like I'm 22, but like you would think this guy's been on vacation since like 4 years. He hasn't worked a job. He looks unemployed as fuck, but for some reason he always has the money to travel. He always has the money to do random shit. He's always eating good, and for some reason he's in good physical form. So you kind of have to like realize these people, if I were them, I'd probably be pissed off too. Like I would see this guy and think like, why the fuck is he doing all this shit, and why am I not doing all this shit? And then that's like the other thing. It has to like kind of bother you. If nobody is really bothered by what you do, then you're not really doing anything. So if you're just living a normal ass life, then no one's gonna give you the time of day to actually focus on you. It's just like, it's the same thing kind of like with getting girls. Because if you're like just average Joe Schmo, you don't really do anything, you just like kind of go to work, go back home on the weekends, you maybe go out party, have a couple drinks, see some people, you're not really that interesting. But if you're doing shit, if your Instagram story is like, I'm not just talking Instagram story, but your life in general. Like if you're like, all right, going to this place next month, going to this place, going to this bar, doing this, doing this, doing this. Yeah, today I went bowling. Today I did this. Last night I met with these three people. Like if you're actually doing stuff and you're interesting, people will want to hang out with you. People will think you're interesting. They'll want to talk about you. If you're not doing anything, who the fuck cares? If you say like, oh yeah, I just hit my record month, I just did this, everyone's gonna be like, fuck yeah, this guy's doing something. Like, bro, there's like this what was it? It was like from this guy that used to be on Joe Rogan. He's like, you gotta do something. You gotta do something. Like, you do heroin in the morning, good. You do this in the morning, good. You do this, good. But you gotta do something. Like, it's. I swear, I'd rather hang out with someone that does the weirdest shit ever than someone just doesn't do anything. So, yeah, that's very important. People will hate on you, but the only people that will really hate on you, hate always comes from below, and the people that will hate on you are people that really don't have anything going on. There's no like very successful person that will hate on you. It's never happened. Like to me, it's never ever happened. Like the only people that hate on me, or like I see in comments, or people that message me or like say some dumb shit, are always people that never do better than you. And it doesn't have to be in monetary aspects, like in a financial situation, do better than you. It's just like in life, they don't do better than you. They're miserable, and you're in their head 24/7. They're thinking about you. That's why they text you, because you're in their head. So if you really give them the time of day to text back, then, you're kind of losing. If you just kind of ignore it, then who fucking cares? Just continue, do your thing. Don't really focus on all that bullshit, because it's not going to progress you forward. And yeah, this is like the most important part, is stop listening to random people. Like, this is another thing. Like, people will listen to people's advice that like don't really do anything. And this has a lot to do with like also your parents. If your parents are like, they're your parents, obviously you love them, you should respect them and everything. But if they're giving you advice on how to run a store, or if you're saying, Mom, Dad, I want to do e-commerce, or I want to do online business, it's just in general, whatever you want to do, it doesn't really matter. If you want to do this and then they say, oh no, son, your uncle did this and this didn't turn out too well or whatever, or they just give you random advice even though they have no idea. Obviously they just want the best for you, but they give you advice even though they don't have any idea what they're doing. You have to think to yourself, okay, is this person, in this case your parents, in a position that I want to be in when I'm their age? And then if the answer is no, then just don't listen to them, ignore them. My dad, love my dad, he makes good money, but he is not in a position I want to be in. So with stuff where I know he knows what he's talking about, and in this aspect of his life, I want to be in his position when I'm his age, I'll listen to him. Because my dad, when he was 50, so my dad's 59, when he was 50, that was 9 years ago, still 50, very old age, he ran 2 ultra marathons in 1 year. An ultra marathon, for people that don't know, is 100 kilometers. Like on the same day, it took him 13 hours to complete. I think it was 12 or 13 hours, I don't know. But I was next to him on a bike, and I talked about this with him recently, and I said, you like are mentally ill or something that you actually did that. He was like, what do you mean? I'm like, you ran 100 kilometers without a pause. Like you just did it. And it took you like half a day to do it. He was like, yeah, because I felt like doing it. And I was like, that's incredible shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know anyone that did that. I have no, like, and even people that I tell this, they're like, what the fuck? And then he did it twice in a year. So absolute respect. And if he tells me something about, you should do this and this for like sports and whatever, and like, if you're running, then run at this pace, or like whatever shit has to do with like diets and sports and whatever, I listen to him because he is in fantastic shape, probably better shape than most people your age right now. And so if he tells me that stuff, then I listen because it's the smartest thing I could do. If he says like, the best thing you could do like with marketing wise and blah blah, I just kind of ignore it. Just goes through one ear, goes out the other. Because what the fuck does he know, right? So, I don't say anything, I just respectfully listen. But then I just kind of like think like, is this guy in a position marketing wise or whatever that I want to be in? No, I don't listen to him. That's it. And that's how you should be acting with any other person that tells you any sort of advice. If they're in a position you want to be, then follow the advice. If not, then don't follow the advice because they're probably dickheads. So That's another thing. People always love to criticize. So, um, this has nothing to do with my dad or anything, but people always say like for example, right now I'm in Thailand and I was in Germany, and then people were like yo, let's hang out next week. Let's hang out next week. Let's do this. And then I was just like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Like I didn't even tell anyone. I was just all right, bye. Booked my ticket like as soon like I had like a visa problem, so I got my visa. I got my ticket to Thailand from Germany to Thailand like probably one day after I got my visa, and then I just fucked off. And then everyone was like, "Oh, but we were gonna hang out next week." And I was, "Yeah, I'm sorry, it didn't work out. My bad." But and then people genuinely they don't understand because they're like, "What the fuck are you doing in Thailand? You don't know anyone here. Like I got my girl here, but like you don't know anyone here. You're alone. You live alone. Like I came here, I didn't even have a house, bro. I just crashed at my girl's house, and I mean now I'm at an Airbnb. It's pretty nice here, but like, bro, I don't care. Like genuinely, like I have enough money. I could just live in hotels. It doesn't matter. But like, bro, they asked me like, what the fuck? Aren't you miserable there? Like, why are you there? Like, there's no point in being in Thailand. It's like just you don't know anyone. And the answer is, I'm here because I don't know anyone, because I don't care about anything that I do here. I can walk around the street and I can do anything. I could dress the way I like. I can do whatever the fuck I want, and people won't look at me. And the thing is, in Germany, in Berlin specifically, because I'm from Berlin, people will look at you and they'll be like, "Oh, what the fuck is he doing?" And then they're like, "Oh, did you see what Alex was doing last week? Oh, he did this and blah, blah, blah. He was dressed this way or something." And people just like talk shit and like here like talk shit about me. I don't even know who you are. I don't care. And like even in Berlin, like you should have the mindset of I don't care what you like people think of me. Obviously I don't really care what anyone thinks of me, but when you have like I don't know like 20 people talking about you, it just kind of gets uncomfortable. You just kind of want to leave. So I left. I'm here because I don't know anyone, and that's how I like it. Because I don't get distracted. I can work all day. No one's calling my phone saying, "Yo, you want to do this and this on the weekend?" I just kind of don't have anyone that's gonna call me, and that's perfectly fine by me. I don't really have any other advice for you, except for just work hard. That's the only thing. There is no cheat code to this. It's literally just hard work. Always just continue and continue. Be very consistent. Go to the gym every day, work out, have a good, healthy mindset about this, and then just continue working. Everything will work out. Everything will be in your favor if you actually, want it to be in your favor. So that's the best advice I can give you guys, and I wish y'all a wonderful day. Bye bye.